everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mero and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today we're going to learn how to take quite simple and maybe boring clip art from Canva and turning them into unique works of art. Clip art with unique style, maybe they also have a nice background to them, and it's something that I've been doing in the past few weeks, mostly to upload onto my imprint store. By the way, if you don't know what imprint is, it's, I think, one of the most artist-oriented print-on-demand platform there is this day, and you can go ahead and check out a full video that I did on imprint. I will leave a link to that video down below in the description. This sort of system of making art from simple clip art is basically going to Canva, finding simple clip art items and turning them into something special by tracing over them. Basically painting over something in a totally different style, and it could be made with your style. It doesn't have to be in the style that I'm doing it. I was inspired to start doing art like this, and I learned the technique by Brenda Baker from Skillshare. Took her course, and I'm also using brushes for Procreate that she was giving us in that course, and I will leave a link to that course down below so you can go ahead and check it out. And yes, I got all your DMs about finding courses for print on demand, finding interesting courses on how to, become a better artist, do portraits, do patterns, all kinds of that. And in the next few weeks, while I take a break from YouTube, I'm also going to be investigating all these courses and reporting them back to you. So what I want to do with you guys now is take you to my iPad, where I'm going to share some of these new things that I'm doing. I'm going to show you some of the clip art that I created, but also create with you guys in this video 3 different style clip arts that I downloaded from Canva. The first one is going to be 2 hearts, because that's always adorable. The second one is going to be a simple piece of text. And the third one is going to be a llama, because, we all love llamas. Right after that, we're going to sum things up a bit, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what I plan on doing for the next 2 weeks when I'm not going to be on YouTube. But you know what? Let's just get started by making myself smaller. Down here, guys. And I can share with you guys my iPad as I'm currently on imprint. I wanted to show you some of the things that I've been doing with this current style. So we have here some flowers, we have bunnies, and for example, the bunny, this was completely taken from an actual photograph of a bunny. We also have the leaves low and yellow spots in the mix and Daisy Lost, and these kind of flower illustrations that I did strictly from the class. I mean, that class was brilliant. We have Mad as an Owl that was actually made from an old illustration I did, I think it was like 5 years ago in an airport in Bangkok when I was bored. And I do know that some of you have been requesting that I do a video on how to digitize your sketches, so that will be coming up after the break. We also have some tarot cards here, along with the Zodiac Lion. I'm prepared to have the full collection, all the zodiac signs, as well as follow the signs zodiac map that I did with elements that, by the way, are available, all of them from my bundle box of the month of February, and I will leave a link to that bundle box down below in the description. But what you came here to do is not to look at my imprint store, but to go to Procreate. So I just want to show you sort of how it goes. So I downloaded this type of clip art from Canva, and as you can see, I didn't do the exact same thing, but what I did with this clip art is create this painting. And it's sort of, let me just activate background for a second. So I created this painting, and it's not obviously one by one. I mean, it's not an exact match. As you can see in the background, the original clip art had a 7th flower that I chose not to use. I also love this little teacup with flowers in it, and using this teacup, I made this piece of art. So sort of like this quirky, fun style. And I also downloaded this lion from Canva for zodiac signs, in which I made this lion. I also made this lion with other options like blue hair and the normal hair on top of the pink hair. Now with these ones, what you can do is simply have just the PNG file. Simply using the PNG format without any background, putting it on t-shirts, making all kinds of stickers and cool stuff. But what I do is also sometimes paint in the back, like in this case. I kind of really like the composition of how it came out. And also with my lion, for example, sort of like splattering all over the place. And this is like purely Brenda Baker. That woman is brilliant in her style, including this painting. I kind of really like, and I can't wait to have more time to upload them. But you know what? Let's stop chit-chatting. I want to show you some of the original photos, some of the files that I downloaded this morning from Canva. So I downloaded these 2 hearts, so we're going to do them. we're also going to do this design that says good vibes only, and also this cool little llama. Now I hope I can do it because I don't know if you noticed, but I'm holding my iPad on my hand. It's kind of difficult. So I'm going to try like to move around, so it's going to be easier for me to actually draw while doing this tutorial. And let's just go directly on to Procreate. Now what I'm going to do is click on photo, and let's go from the easiest one to the most difficult. So we're going to start with the two hearts. Importing. Awesome. Now I'm going to open a new layer right above it. I'm going to take my layer because this is a reference layer, and I'm going to change the opacity down just a bit so I can see what I'm doing on my actual layer. Now I'm standing on the color black, and in my brushes I am going to BB Happy Painting, which all of these brushes were from Brenda Baker except for the 6B pencil, but she just attached it again to the tutorial because she was using it to trace sketch. Now trace sketching is when I look at my existing work of art under it and I sort of try to make the lines of it so I'll know what to do, and I'm being very rough because I'm going to do it all over again. I'm not going to fully trace sketch in this tutorial because I do this trace sketching sort of automatically once I create the second layer. But if you are more interested in trace sketching in that technique, please let me know and I'll be happy to make a tutorial on that. But what I'm going to do now is go to the BB Messy Drip Liner, and on this layer I'm going to create these two hearts, but I'm going to create them separately. Now I don't know if you noticed, but these two hearts are basically the same. I mean, they all look exactly the same. So if I make one of them, I can just duplicate it and put it in the side, which will make things easier for me. So I'm going to focus on the bigger one. I'm going to take this, and this brush is insane. I mean, you can see like the inconsistent dripping. It's sort of really creative and it's being created automatically. And I want to make this line as closest to the shape of the heart as I can. But I can also freestyle this. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. I can also use the clip art below just, to get inspired and do my own thing. But I kind of want it to be sort of perfect. I don't know. Maybe I'm a perfectionist. Who knew? Now, this existing painting has eyes and like a face on the heart. I'm not sure I want to do that. But what I do want to do is create a new layer. And within the brushes that I have, there is the BB Acrylic All-Rounder One Color and Multicolors. I'm going to use the one color, and I'm going to choose a color for this heart. So it doesn't have to be the same color. As I said, we're getting inspired, and I'm going to choose this purplish kind of color. And as you can see, this is like sort of an acrylic brush. It's kind of interesting. So what I'm going to do is first of all put the layer that I'm drawing on under the layer of the sketch lines, so it will be easier for me. And I'm also going to make invisible the layer behind it, so I'm just going to see what I'm focusing about now, which is the heart. And I'm going to put in here and just color the whole thing. And as you can see, we have some rough edges, it's coming out of the edges, and that's fine. Because the next thing I'm going to do is delete everything that's around, everything that I don't want in the sketch. So let's just start. You can work with a big eraser, you can work with a small one, you can be very precise, or you can just play around with it. So for example, you can erase around the black line, or you can erase behind it. Whatever feels right to you guys. Feels so quiet now. Let me just fast forward to erasing it. Now, what I want to do with this heart is also give it a bit more texture maybe. And also I noticed that I erased it a bit too much. So I'm going to give myself the line again and erase it again. Because I know that this shape is going to have another shape on it right on this side. So I might want to just, have it a bit more perfect than usual. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on Alpha Lock for this layer, and Alpha Lock basically prevents me from drawing on anything else but this heart. And I'm going to make a few colors around. I want it to be sort of more playful maybe to have some light spots and to have some dark spots on the other side, sort of to make it more vivid and more alive. And then I'm going to go to my blending tool and blend these together. So it's just going to look like one big happy heart. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another layer for sort of white splatter. So I'm going to go to my color white, And for this, I also recommend to change the background color so you can basically see what you're doing, and choose a color that is not white, black, or the color of the art. So I think that this type of green will be fine. And I'm going to go to my initial layer. I'm going to choose again the BB Messy Drip Liner Pencil. And I remember there was sort of this like line here, if I remember correctly, on the heart. Let's just recreate it. And I'm also going to sort of make the shape of the heart while I'm working on the black layer. I can also make it at the bottom layer beneath the black one if I don't want all the colors, all the whites to be extremely vivid. And I created a new heart. Now, I have two hearts in that design, right? You remember we have them here. Now, what I'm going to do is I want the second heart to be of a bit of a different color, and I can merge these two layers together. And what I can do is group these two layers and duplicate them. So I'll have another heart. And let's delete one of the layers. As you can see, like we have one, we have the second one, and I'm going to take this heart and go to my adjustment tool and just change the color really fast to a different one. Easy as that. Now I'm going to group this one together. I'm going to make this group visible behind it. Now I'm going to activate my background, and on this layer of the red, which is the second heart, I'm going to grab this one, and using the uniform tool, I'm going to skew it down and sort of place it here. And that's it. Now I'm going to delete this one, delete the background, and there you have it. Two hearts. Now what I can do with it is I can use it as clip art, I can make stickers from it, I can use the heart separately, I can put it on any print on demand or printables design, and I can also make different backgrounds for it to fit my works. Now moving on to the next one, which was the text, good vibes only, which I thought could be kind of cool on a t-shirt. And what I have to do with this one is basically trace everything. I basically have to go over with this line on all of this text and draw it. So let's just get started. What do you think? I'm surrounding the G. I got the O here. Another O. Even though I can completely like duplicate the O's or something, but yeah. Then let's go with the D. Make my layer disappear. Choose a fun, playful color. Let's go with blue. And I'm going to use this brush. Let's see that it goes well inside. Yeah, I think it's a good brush. And putting it, of course, on a new layer that is under, that will really help me out. Write down my G, my O, and of course I can use a different color for each letter. I don't have to do the exact same thing that was on Canva. This is also something good, you know, if you had like the word pride. And then I'm going to erase what I don't need. Now, what I recommend when you're erasing is lift your pen up really frequently, because you might erase like a big chunk and then make one mistake, and then when you undo, it's going to undo everything you did. So always make sure to erase a little bit and then bring your pencil up. It's going to be easier. By the way, you don't have to do these things just with Procreate, and you can totally do, you know, these things with different types of brushes, and you know, you don't have to use the acrylic one or the drip mess liner. But I love using them, and if you want to use them, again, you're going to have to take the course by Brenda Baker, because they are gifted within her Skillshare course. Okay, so I did the word good. Let me just, you know, do something like this. And we have the word vibes. I love video editing. Now, I want you to notice that I did the word vibes in two different layers, just because, you know, I don't want any of the text to mix up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the good layer. Let me just change the background color to something completely irrelevant, so I'll have easier way of looking at things. And I'm going to click on the good layer, on the one that I actually wrote the word, not the outline. I'm going to alpha lock it, and then I'm going to take that color, take a bit of a darker one, just splash it somewhere. And let's take a bit of a more stronger one and splash it around. Maybe some white. What do you guys say? I forget that you can't answer me. And with the blending tool, sort of go over it. I just want to give it a bit more, you know, life. Obviously, you can blend it harder or lighter. Let's do the same thing with the vibes layer, alpha lock. Let's paint some white here in some places. Let's paint black maybe in some places. Well, it's good vibes only, so maybe let's just do like the vivid yellow in some places as well. And do a bit of a blending work here to give the text, I don't know, a bit more life and fluid into it. Now I'm going to deactivate both of them from alpha lock so I can work on these layers with the white drip line. I'm going to click on the drip line. I'm on the vibes. Let's make some white sort of under the black layer and do the same thing on the layer with the blue text for the word good, and do more on the actual black layer that will appear on top of the existing black drip liner for the word good and for the word vibes. This is so cool. Seriously, guys, I feel like I've gotten so much better at everything since I started taking Skillshare classes. It's insane. Let's just make my background color white again. And as you can see, a pretty cool thing. This could be on t-shirts, this can be on so many cool things, and you can do this with like stuff like happy birthday or happy Easter. And it's actually a part of the bundle. I think I put in like one of the happy Easter designs that I made in this method. Now moving on to last but not least our, well, my most look forward kind of project, which was this llama. So I typed in like cool llama on Canva and found this one, and it's adorable. And FYI, I'm going to take the llama that I'm doing right now and I'm going to put it on a puzzle. So let's just get started. I'm on the messy drip liner, and this is going to be a bit more work because we have more layers to take into account. I mean, the glasses are going to be on top of the face, but the nose is on top of the glasses. So let's just try and think about what we have. How I like to look at it is I'm just going to start with the glasses first. And I don't have to have this part if I don't want to. So I'm just going to start up with the glasses, and I'm thinking about changing the opacity, but there is nothing black here in the design. So maybe I'll change the opacity just a little bit. Working on a separate layer, of course, I'm going to go here and I'm going to draw the sunglasses. Now, as I'm looking at this, I'm also thinking to myself, there are a lot of elements in this llama that can be made from both sides. There are a lot of elements are equal. And something that can really help me out is a symmetry line. So I'm going to go to my actions, I'm going to go to my canvas, and I'm going to turn on drawing assist. And then while editing drawing assist, I'm going to activate symmetry. And you see there is a line exactly in the center that can really help me out with some of these elements. I'm going to go to my layer, make sure that it's assisted. If it's not, you can always click on it and see the drawing assist. And what I'm going to do here is work on my sunglasses. Now I'm trying to see, I don't think I centered this llama on Canva well. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing you know, I'm just going to create the back, like this shape, sort of the shape of the face. And when I have the shape of the face, I can also create a layer under it, make sure that the drawing assist is on, and color it. Let's make this color our llama. And then erase what I don't need. I kind of really like working with this with drawing assist because it's kind of cool seeing how, you know, you erase something on one side and it's immediately erased on the other. It's kind of funky. And I'm going to turn off the assist mode because I want to work on some more active colors. Turn on alpha lock, do some brightness here, some darkness here, and blend it a little bit just to give it a bit more life. At this point, I'm going to work a little bit on some white lines with my alpha lock off, just so I can give it a bit more life. I also want to work a little bit on the black line, but I need to turn off the drawing assist so it's not going to be all in the same place, and merge these two layers together, and that would be the face behind. Removing it, giving myself a new layer, and that layer would be for the nose. Now what I can do for the nose is actually take this layer and duplicate it and take it down, make it smaller, and let me just go deactivate the big layer. Now I can see the small one. I'm still on the small layer, and I'm going to take it down until I can see that it's right here and that it's centered. Now on this layer, I need to do another thing because I need to draw basically the face. So I'm going to make sure that I'm drawing with my drip liner. And a new layer. And this comes out really big. And this. Now these don't have to be perfect. Obviously, you know, You're the ones in control how perfect you want to make it, how much attention to details you guys want to do. I kind of like the freestyle thing. I think it's what drove me to like this technique because, you know, a lot of these things are just freestyle, and sort of like your own artistic way of seeing a different clip art or something. So I'm very freestyle in my designs. Let's activate the nose. I don't really like that area here. Let's erase it. I erased it too much. That's why I keep telling you to lift your pencil up. Now what I can do with that one, if I don't really like it, is go back here and make a row, an arc. Doesn't really come out nice. Maybe repeat myself a little bit or something like this. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's your own artistic interpretation of this llama. And I'm saying it doesn't have to be perfect while making it again and again and again. If someone found a cure for perfectionism, please let me know. Okay, I'm good. Let's merge all of these layers together. We have the face, we have the nose. Now we need the sunglasses. All right. Now with the sunglasses, I think that I am going to activate Drawing Assist. But as you can see, I don't know if you can actually see it, but the center line of the sunglasses is not exactly here. So I'm going to go back to edit my drawing guide and move this line just a tiny bit, because the glasses are not actually centered on the face. Now working with the assist, let's create our sunglasses. Drop a line, drop a layer. Don't forget to assist this one as well. And they did blue glasses. Yeah, let's go with blue. It's kind of cool. We have the dark blue in the middle. And we can erase it. We can group these two together. Go to a different layer. Put that one under. Select a different blue color. Or yellow. Or green color. You can even choose a dark, but you know. Let's go with a different blue. With a lighter blue. To color the sunglasses. Make sure you're unassisted and it's being turned on. Otherwise, it's not going to draw both sides, and we really want that. And of course, we also want to delete very fast from both sides, so make sure your assistance is turned on. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I didn't really do some white lines with my nose or with my glasses, but I can always add them on top, so no worries about that. We are freestyling this. Okay, I can also delete a bit of this. No. Now let's see how it looks with our other stuff, and we need to put the nose on top of the glasses. Okay, it's getting to be quite interesting. I don't know if I like it that much, but it's getting to be quite interesting. I want to make some white lines with my glasses. And I can also group all of these together. Now I need to check out the actual original photo because it has the hair over on the face. But for now, I think I can group all of these together. Obviously, you can turn these layers upside down. Like, you don't have to group them all the time. I like grouping them because I'm working on very big files, so I can't really use a lot of them. But you can work on a small file size and have more layers, especially if you have the more advanced iPad and more advanced Procreate. Now, almost finished. We have the layer behind, like we have the actual llama. So what I'm going to do here is just go over all these lines, which can be a bit difficult for me because, you know, I have this drip line thing and it doesn't really do what I want it to do. So what I'm going to do with this layer of the llama, I'm going to do things in a different order. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to go first with the acrylic. Choose the color pink and color my llama. And I don't know if I want drawing assisted on. As you can see here, they don't really use the drawing assist on because there's a very different, like the llama is very freestyle, but I think I don't have to have it freestyle. I mean, I can have the llama just as I want it. So I'm going to turn drawing assistance on, and I'm also going to put the drawing assistance back to its place. So let's work on symmetry line, horizontal and vertical. making the vertical again, so it's actually going to be vertical. And here we have this sort of thing. I think this is really the one thing that I'm not going to do with assisted. I'm going to do it at the end. So let's just go over, make this cute thing, and make everything here huge so I can color in the middle, all the way down to color everything. By the way, you can also just fill up colors. You don't have to use acrylics if you don't like to. Just use whatever brushes and Procreate feels right to you. Let's send it to the back so we can see better what we're doing. Oh yeah, that's so cute. And also go and get our black liner. And for the black liner, I'm not working with a drawing assist to create the more freestyle look of the llama. Okay. Now, what are we missing here? We have some lines over the face. We have more shading and more colors to be done. Let's activate our layer because we basically have a problem that the layer under this needs to be in a different shade to make it look more realistic. So I'm just going to duplicate this and I'm going to be on a different color. I'm going to be on the same palette, but a bit brighter. And I'm going to click on the second layer, put it on alpha lock and click fill layer, which will turn the color into a different thing. And then I'm going to click on my tool, make it smaller, not that small, and make sure that it's centered in my design. You can make it even bigger. Make sure that it is centered in the design. Now what I'm going to do is merge these two layers together and go to my smudge tool and smudge these together. Now I'm going to remove the drawing assist. I'm going to go to with white and choose the messy drip liner to give myself a bit more lines. I can remove the background for this one. Notice that I'm not doing this with the assisted one. I just want to freestyle the whole thing. And another thing that I want to do is also, we have other elements of the face of the llama that really helped us out. So I'm just going to, do some of those. Just placing them around. We can also do it with black, by the way. And now what I have to do after merging these together is make my ears. Activate background to make things easier for us. I'm going to go to the back, send this layer backward. And with the ears, you know what? Let's just turn on drawing assist. I think it's going to make my life so much easier. Yep. Let's make a perfect ear because I'm a perfectionist. One layer below, drawing assist, take it down. Go to my brushes, acrylic brush, choose this color, delete, go to white. Let's make the inside maybe, no. Make another layer. Let's take these two layers and group them. Take another layer, put it on top, make a black line. Don't forget to turn on drawing assist. Go to back, find the brighter color for my ear with acrylic, color. And again, I forgot the drawing assist. Oh my God, it's gonna happen so many times in this tutorial. Click on drawing assist. Take out one layer, delete it. And you know what, let's make something with alpha lock and the yellow shades because we had some yellow to it and it was kind of nice. I kind of liked it. And grouping these two together, they're on top of the ear but under the full body. And go to white, go to drip liner, Let's remove everything and just go over the design a tiny bit more while working on any layer that you want. And there you have it. We have a llama. Now you can obviously just use this one as PNG, but what I would rather do with it is actually also make a background for it. So, you know, I can sell it on a puzzle. I'm really excited about puzzles. I don't know if you noticed. Now I made an order for my dad for several puzzles from Zazzle, and he got them. So that's going to be awesome. And I know I checked out the quality of Zazzle puzzles before, but I didn't check out the big pieces. So that's going to be on when my dad gets here at the end of April. And I also wanted to make an order for puzzles from Guten, but the only problem is that Guten doesn't deliver to Bulgaria, which is where I'm at right now. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm actually going to use this work, like this llama, to make a puzzle for Guten. And then I'm going to send that puzzle to my dad in Israel. He's going to bring it here. Now what I'm going to do here is work on Gaussian blur. So basically just made like a huge acrylic mess. And then with Gaussian blur, I'm going to blur it out. And this is my llama. I don't know if I like the directions of light and color, but I do love this llama. Now again, as I said, like I can do so many things with these designs. We just made like really quick designs with our cute little llama, the good vibes, the hearts, and there's so many things that you can do with this technique, including painting from photos, including painting from so many things, but I am obsessed with this llama. Oh my God. I want to put it on everything. I love it. It's just brilliant. And truly, like huge thanks to Brenda Baker for her Skillshare course and this amazing brush set. Obviously, there was so much more in that course, and I think that when you take a course, you learn how to do things your way, but this was my interpretation. So thank you, Brenda, for inspiring me seriously. I could not have done it without you. So go ahead and check out her course and other courses on Skillshare and download this amazing brush set from the course. And you know what? Let's just make myself bigger again. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please hit that like button down below because every time you do, it really does help my channel. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. I will not be seeing you guys in the next few days or tomorrow because I'm taking 2 weeks off of YouTube. So today is Monday and I'll be seeing you next on Monday the 21st, updating you what I did on my break. And I sort of have a list of what I want to achieve on this break. So like a lot of things that I want to be able to do in taking this break, like working on so much of my own stuff. I bought another domain. Oh my God, I keep buying domains. I want to finalize some tarot cards that I'm designing and order them and make a full tutorial on how to make and sell your own tarot cards. So that's going to actually have a part 1 and part 2. I also have so many products coming my way from Print Tailor and from Match Ice and from Printful, and like so many products. I think there's like an overall of 40 print on demand products coming here. Obviously, I'm going to try to group them, so it's not going to be 40 videos, but we are talking about, you know, t-shirts, and we're talking about other cool little products and patterns. I was also thinking about making a video about the print-on-demand products that I wish these companies had, and like going like in a blunt statement, please make these items. And I'm doing so much work on the side, and I think that I really need a break for 2 weeks from YouTube. Even though I'm not technically taking a break from YouTube, because I will be answering comments. I'm actually taking this break from filming, from uploading, so that I can answer more comments. And to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be taking a break from YouTube almost at all, because I will still be filming in some of these days, just not uploading at the same time. And I remember seeing it in one of the channels that helps other YouTube creators, that says that when you take like a month off of YouTube, you're actually going to take the month off after you come back because you're going to have, you know, already recorded content. So I am going to want to work on that because we are moving apartment close to the end of the month. So if I'm coming back on the 21st with some videos, so obviously what I did in my break is going to be in that day, going to be filmed in that day. But a lot of the videos of that week, like a full Zazzle tutorial or print on demand for plus size. Also going over some really cool plugin for personalized print on demand, as well as so many things like printables for Easters. And oh my God, so many ideas. So many ideas, and you guys are giving me more and more ideas every time and every day with DMs and comments. And if you have any ideas for what you want me to film on my break, please do it in the comment section down below to this video. I would love to check out any platform, any products, And yes, like there will be like, I think, I don't know, like 15 product review videos, including new niches. While I finalize my niches on TeePublic, I want to finalize my 10 niches. I want to upload products to them. I want to do more of this art, upload it to imprint. I want to finalize meyaroyo.com as an artist website to send people in to check out my art. And I also want to finally have time to market my own art on Instagram. And there is possibly another YouTube channel opening up, while also helping several of my friends here in Bansko to further their business, whether it's online or offline. And a lot of them have businesses that might relate to you guys if people are opening print-on-demand shops or selling art. And of course, if I do that, I'm going to film it so you guys can see like a real study case of how to build like a Shopify store or stuff like that. That would be cool. I'm also going to help my boyfriend make a puzzle shop. For really cool puzzles. I think he got into puzzles. I don't know if it's because of me or not, but we're really into puzzles in this house. Like every single corner of this house has a puzzle. It's insane. So I'm also helping out with his store. I have a new project that I'm working on, and I just want to spend some time recording, but not uploading, not doing the live chats. As much as I love you guys and I love these live chats, thank you. It's a lot of work. I just want to focus on that. There are also a lot of things happening in Bansko in terms of helping Ukraine. I know I've never been like political and stuff like that, but just the thought of war and just checking on the news all the time is really hard especially for a veteran with PTSD. I mean, I reckon like normal people are having panic attacks, and being in Bulgaria for so many months, I'm almost a year here, and you know, I think I'm fully implementing myself as European at the time, because you know, you sort of look at Europe as your home, and people are suffering, and I'm not taking any stands on sides or whatever. War is terrible. Obviously I don't hate Russians. I have a lot of friends from Russia. Israel has had so many immigrants from Russia and from the Ukraine, and my heart goes out to all of them. But in the past few weeks, there's also been a lot of expats here that have been focusing on helping Ukrainians. And we're also trying to figure out how we can help with donations. There are refugees coming into town, and we full on need like days to go and buy supplies for them and help them out. So this is also something that is sort of occupying not just my time, but my brain, I guess. And hopefully when I see you guys in 2 weeks, there's no more war. Maybe I'm being optimistic, but yeah, one can only hope. And I don't know much, you know, what I want to say, because it's really hard for me to think about, you know, leaving you guys for 2 weeks. I might pop up for like a live video in our group on Facebook, so you can go ahead and check out our group on Facebook. I'll definitely be more active there, and I can't wait to see you guys again when I get back from this break on the 21st of March with what I did on this break. And I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, this cute little thing. Let me know if you want me to make more Canva tutorials, GIMP tutorials, Procreate tutorials. I'll be happy to make whatever you guys want, just not Photoshop. I really don't like Photoshop. Clip Studio Paint, fine. Photoshop, less. And I don't know. It feels weird. I don't know what it's like to not do 2 weeks of YouTube. Maybe I need to, you know, rip it like a band-aid to get over my addiction to you guys a little bit. With that being said, that was it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and unusually, I will see you guys in 2 weeks in my next video. Bye!